As I said again, we have a problem in the country. Honorable members, at Correctional Service, and I'll keep saying this, the money that you are authorizing to be allocated to Correctional Services can go a long way to lift up the livelihood of our citizens. Those people in prison must go and work in the garden to eat. They must work out there to make furniture to sleep on. They must work to stay alive inside, not to get freebies like they do. Because we're encouraging the culture of people committing crime, knowing that behind bars, life is better than to be in a shack. Life is better than to sleep in the street. It's a bad culture that we are creating.
Siyakuthokoza ngifuna ukwehlisa isigqoko sithi uyikakaramba isikhokho uyikutane angazi ukuthi ama adjectives ayangiphelela nawe esixhoza anginawo standing ovation siyakunikela thina namhlanje
Ngiyabonga Donesha.
Thank you.
Chair, does he agree that who is Koko? Do you agree, General? Who is Koko? Do you agree?
What is Kudane, Chair?
My concluding point. When one considers the individuals named and the allegations already before this committee, can you confirm whether the cartel at the center of all of this is responsible for a coordinated network of complex criminal activity, including, because if I research all of these people, it's like a company, I said this yesterday, with various departments. Drug manufacturing and distribution is but one of the departments, how this cartel operates. It's all interlinked. The people that I've mentioned here, possibly linked to the country's cash in transit heists. Am I correct?
Not possible, they are.
They are.
Yes.
Kidnapping and ransom.
Yes, they are.
Because this very guy by the name of Mr. Ishmael, he was also introduced by General Sibia to Jerry's family to
That's
assist.
correct.
That was involved in this Naikri, what do you call him?
Nangi.
Yes.
Yes, I'm told he gets introduced by the police to different families that their families have been kidnapped.
Yes.
They always introduce him.
So he gets introduced as an expert, saying he can help you find and trace your family member. The family pays millions. And guess who benefits?
That's correct.
Drug manufacturing and distribution on the list.
Yes, ma'am.
Contract killings, hitmen for hire.
That's correct.
Something. When we speak about hitmen for hire, the AK-47 used in the murder of Armand Swart, we mustn't forget this, was also used in the murders of DJ Somebody, DJ Ventos, and Don Tindleli. Am I correct?
That is correct. That's why Mulife was arrested with all those murders and given bail more than once already.
Why DJs?
Because that's where the drugs are sold. For those that are partying, they're always in the clubs.
Tender and procurement corruption, part of the offerings, if I can call it that.
Yes, they do. Honorable members, as I said earlier, this group that we're investigating might not necessarily be the most powerful in the country. There are many others that we're not talking about. But this one come to the radar because they wanted to control government.
That's it.
Others might be running it without interfering much with government, dealing with the junior police officers on the ground. But these ones wanted to capture the scene of the police and the very high level security cluster officials so that they can get away around, and politicians, unfortunately.
Taxi-related crime. part of the investigations.
That's correct.
Bribery, extortion and racketeering, fraud and money laundering. Had you not done what you did, I said this earlier on, I would still be sending tip-offs to many of these people that I've mentioned. I cannot believe that to date we have suspended them and we are still paying them salaries. It's a shame. I thank you for your bravery.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I thank you for vindicating the many communities that have said we have officials that's corrupt. We couldn't connect the dots. We were fighting, we were camping ourselves outside the homes of drug dealers, collecting our stuff that our children steal from us. We were hitting down the doors of lolly lounges, fetching our girls out of those lounges that was exchanging their bodies for drugs. We were picking up abandoned babies because of drugs in our communities. The new scourge destroying the youth of South Africa. I speak today without fear or favor. I'd rather speak than to live a life with someone that is on drugs. It is much worse. Bless you for your bravery. I haven't had motivational words for anyone who's appeared before this committee. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. What surfaces after that is this recording. So it's a person that you need to trust with your own, risk your own life to trust. Otherwise, I still don't understand how she ended up being in the position that she's in the organization.
Lastly, on General Sentimole, Lieutenant General Sentimole said that in response to this clip, she was using counterintelligence. Perhaps not, it may not be in response to this clip, but in response to her attitude towards Sibia, she used counterintelligence because she realized that she was not going to get far. What is your comment to that?
That's why I'm a police officer and she's not. Because I'm a police officer, deal with facts and deal with things, not counter and make stories. So her whole career profession is intelligence. So if that what she was doing is fine, but in terms of the evidence before us on a criminal investigation, she did not disclose that what she did, which means she was part of the wrong. It's a clip that is going to make its way now to the team that is investigating the movement of this docket. She was never a suspect, but I'm now presenting to the team because it's a new evidence that we picked up that we thought she was not part of. All along, we're blaming SB alone, not knowing there's a player behind. So this is a person, I don't know in her statement what she gave about a profile career in the organization, but it's a person that has been moving up and down. This side promotion, this side promotion, that side promotion all the time. But I don't know how she got it right. But it's one of those that maybe as we conclude here, we need to then start talking about some reforms in the organization because she arrived and she ended up being a lieutenant general heading both crime investigation currently and forensic service, the heart of policing.